Now, this is what I was thinking is
Limp? You think
limp.
limp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he does. So
Ah,
this is what I was wondering if he was going
balancing the
for a
limp
full.
range.
Yeah, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose,
Yeah.
but I figured I was like, okay, if he's limping everything, what does he do when he? Wow. But what does he do now? You know, is the re-raise just like always nutted?
So it looks super nutted if he raises or shoves or anything. I think he's just gonna call.
Yeah, I don't even know. I've seen players like Jesse fold in this spot, and I might even too. It gets a little weird with jacks, but honestly,
If you open fold 10, well, let me guess that was to a shove, but
but
yeah.
he has literally limped everything, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I almost feel like a call might have been better as
That's
Jack
what I'm
High.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Traps a little bit better,
Yeah.
but then you might be scared of an ace hitting the flop, and you're like, "Ah, I should have raised free flop."
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a limping range, so
Yeah.
I love watching this because I like to see what's going on in the early position limpers' minds,
Yeah.
or what kind of hands they're doing that with, if they're balancing their limping range, because I can't do it.
What a flop, right?
Well, this is an interesting flop in that I don't think Jack High has any bluffs here.
Yeah.
That's the general problem is the if I were watching the way he's been playing, I'd be like, yeah, I don't. He might have tens and nines, and that's what he would bluff. But I'm not sure if he
Or
does that with tens
ace
and nines.
king suited. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd have to literally be because like I don't think he does this with tens or nines. I think he might just call with tens or nines pre-flop.
You think he calls pre-flop with ace queen suited?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think he raises with ace queen suited, for example. I think this is not a raise for value, but a raise for okay. What does my opponent do to a
Yeah.
re-raise?
Where
This
am
is
I at?
essentially a blocker bet on the flop, and I think this is actually gonna save him a lot of money because I see Jack High playing this fast. I don't see him going for a call check line. Oh, okay, wow. And that's really surprising to me. Now, do you think this is more out of fear or more out of like, I'm trapping?
Yeah, I mean, like, cause Jesse could have all the sets, right?
Wow.
And he got quads the second hand in with pocket threes, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that this definitely hits the caller's range better, but it was a 4-bet call, so I don't know. I think you're dealing with overpairs at this point.
Yeah. And this check line, I'm curious if this flop bet was intended as a way to take control of the pot, kind of what I was saying on the flop, where like he might do this raise and he's going to check on the turn with a lot of his hands out of position. I think this actually was a really good flop raise, like just world-class flop raise. Yep, that's amazing. It's really cool to see when players are just that smart.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna wear them on day 2.
And he's rewarded too because now he loses to a lot of hands, so he's going to be able to actually, I think, see a free river here because I don't think Jack High is ever bluffing here. So he either bets and you fold, or he checks and you check back. And this is a sizing he might have to call, but honestly, this is probably the one player that I would be okay with folding Jack
Yeah,
suited
yeah.
to. And you can see the frustration. He knows, like, this player just can't be bluffing. But we've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there thinking that we might be against someone who's bluffing, but it really depends. And still thinking it over.
How are your NFTs?
And he wants to put those chips in there.
Rub it in or
Yeah.
Jesse's a great example of the swings, of the variance in poker, actually.
Oh yeah, my NFTs are doing fantastic.
Getting dealt premium hands, sometimes getting the nuts and sometimes running into it.
Yeah.
And how you deal with both. I think he's played both lines, both perfect.
Even if he were to call here, the fact that he's lost only, 2.5K on this hand is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you bought that
Worst flop for jacks for to be against kings. And yet he somehow finds a way to possibly only lose 2.5K.
I bought land in a virtual world.
I wonder if he ever takes a bluff line here, if that's what he's
I don't
considering.
think you're beating much with Jackson unless it's a hyper-aggressive player.
He's folding.
Yeah, I think I would find the fold here.
80,000. And I said, Chad,
It's a good bet sizing though from Jack High
you don't
Definitely.
know
for
fucking
Jacks to want to
house.
call.
Yeah, and he's definitely not going to have Jack High in this spot.
Like where we live. You don't know the house here.
Oh, he just smiled. He's having a good. He knows that's the sign of having a strong hand, right?
And he's like,
He's
whatever.
listening to the conversation on the table, smiling.
But it was like
He's
right
not
before
worried
we
about a
bought
call.
Well, it's hard to say. It's, oh, wow.
Nice fold.
World
Nice
class.
fold.
I was just being that.
You know, Jesse's too good for this game. We
Well,
gotta
yeah, because what four bets you? You know, especially from this tight of a player who open folded pocket tens. Like, what's four betting you pre-flop?
yeah,
Aces, kings, queens,
yeah.
maybe not tens, really. Like, and then ace king. But I don't think he takes three streets.
Well, Jack